Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Michelle Azugwu and Reverend Jeannie Sobrins. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time. And rebroadcast on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Good morning. Good morning. So we're online. And good morning, everyone. How are you? And she's running away from us. So she's getting your coffee. There you go.
I already drank my first coffee.
Yeah. So, all right.
Let's check our feed.
I'm checking the feed. We're here. Yes, we're here.
Look at
Good
that.
morning. We are.
Girl.
So I just wanted to point out, those in the room generally come here, but also Facebook has a new thing with groups. We're not going to be able to stream into our Facebook group any longer.
Nice.
And I did pin, so it should always be at the top of our page, our YouTube page. So for those of you who have not subscribed to our YouTube page, as
Now's the
requested
time.
several
Now's the
times,
time.
go to the YouTube page and subscribe, because that's where you'll find us. That is also where we send you if you go to our website and it says watch here, that's our YouTube page. So we'll still do all the fun things in the Facebook group. That is also where we'll give you information of anything that's coming up or classes. But again, as far as the streaming, the live streaming goes, it will no longer be in our group page. It will be on YouTube. I know. So, but you can, and so like for those of you that aren't YouTube savvy, you can still give information and text, and talk to us in the chat
Right,
on
you can
YouTube.
still talk in the chat on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still
Yes.
the same thing.
So I will log into our YouTube one
Right.
next week.
For sure.
And that
We'll
way, if there's
respond.
any chatting,
Right.
I'll be able to talk to you there like I do in Facebook. So that's
I think you did a great job.
Thank
explaining
you.
that.
Thank you.
It wasn't us. It's not
It's
us.
not our
I think that's
fault.
where I'm like,
Can we just let them know?
Can
Can you
it's
let them
not
know
our
that
fault.
was Facebook?
I'm not trying to make it difficult. No. I don't know why they're doing that, but whatever. They're just
And where are we at
in what?
today?
Unleash your
Yeah.
life.
Today we're at the Unleash Your Life Studios, home of Dr. Reverend Michelle Whittington's practice and classes, and we are located at
7220 North 16th Street, Building A1. That is not something you put on your steak. You'll find us because you'll see Sofa Sundays on the door.
Yes, you will, and we'd love to see you here in person because we've got people here who love
Yes.
to see other people.
Yes, we need to make that awareness to others as
I
well.
know.
We meet people all the time.
They want hugs.
They want hugs.
They want to be hugs and handshakes if that's
We
whatever.
meet people all the time and they're like, oh, we watch you online. And I'm like, oh, come watch us in person.
And I love
Yeah.
that you're in person.
Yeah, you're in person. So,
Okay, so clearly we are in person too.
Yes.
I just want everyone to
Yes.
know we are.
So
in
obviously
person.
you don't watch the beginning or the end of us. So
Everyone say hi. Everyone say hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
we're in person.
Yes. So you can see us in person and become a part of this amazing spiritual church club community, which we're
Yes.
building. So
Yes.
we love it.
All right. So
Yes, my dear, you
I'll
praise
pray
him.
in.
I know.
Yeah.
I felt it.
I felt it too.
All right, let's get started.
So I'd like you to breathe in to a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold for 4. 2, 3, 4. Out for 4. 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now with this intentional breath, we come to this space knowing that there is only one divine power, life force, presence, and that is universal love. That is God. That is source energy. That is higher power. That is George, whatever you choose to call. This divine presence that is all in, as, and through each and every one of us. That is me. That is Michelle. That is James, Lyric. That is Melanie, Brian. That is Evie. That is Sue. That is Anne. That is Marilyn. That is Amy. That is each and every individual listening to us now and beyond. This life force energy is here, expressing divinely. So I speak my word into the law, knowing that there is only blessings of good. I speak my word into the law of yes, knowing that the divine life force energy flows through me, as me, expresses. And I send this energy and this life force and this blessing out to leaders and teachers of all faiths everywhere, knowing that as I do, that this reaches the ends of the earth, because there is actually no time or space or separation in the one. And I know that they are blessed, that they are bringing their life force energy and uplifting those around them. And I speak my word into this service, this sacred container that we are, knowing that our life force energy is enhanced, expanded, lifted, so that we go forth knowing that we are divine. And I say, thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, divine energy. I let this go. I call it good. And together we say,
And
so it is.
Woo. Energy in the room.
Energy! Woohoo! All right.
Oh, I love it.
So what's your card say today?
Yes.
And
And
I mean, are we in an improv class?
did I forget something?
What happened
I
here?
didn't put very much on here.
You did not. Let's see what's
know.
happening.
Okay.
Let's see what's
Let's
happening with
enlighten
our
the people as to
ESN.
where our heads were at when we picked that one.
Right? So we are in. I'm going to have to bring a prettier book.
No, it shows
No,
that
because
you even use
I
it.
really do use this book. New Thoughts for Today. This is the affiliated New Thought Network. Did I get that right? Yes.
I'm just
Affiliated
thinking
New
of
Thought
it.
Network.
I know, right? We
And-
want to say that.
I get it. I get all the acronyms messed up sometimes.
Well, let me just interrupt real quick because we are streaming on New Thought Media. So when we say
New Thought Media Network.
affiliated New Thought Network, and we're
Right.
now streaming on
New Thought
New
Media
Thought Media, but
Network.
that's why she's saying
Yes.
I get it confused.
I get the
Because
little
we're part of all
acronyms.
these amazing organizations.
Yes,
So,
which is amazing.
that's-
So this is page 191, and it's actually titled Yes and.
oh, that's where we got this from. Okay.
If there is anything I can do about the future right now,
Yes.
I shall do it. Then I'm going to just leave it alone and settle down to enjoy the present moment. Because all the experience of my life has shown me that I can only cope with things when they are present, not before they occur. Anthony DeMello, The Way to Love. According to Wikipedia, yes and is a rule of thumb in improvisational comedy. That suggests the participant should accept that another participant has stated yes, and then expand on that line of thinking. And it is my belief this is an appropriate way to approach life as well. Yes, and one of my favorite images of the divine has long been God the comedian. Me too.
This is a perfect read for
I
you.
love that.
Did you write this one?
Well, her name is Jeannie. I've come to realize that life is like improv. Improv being the art or act of improvising. i.e. doing something without previous preparation, like all of my life. And let's face it, doesn't that pretty much describe life for all of us? Yes, it does. Yes, and
Yes, and
I think DeMello is right when he says we can only cope with things when they are present, not before they occur. I would add, or after they have occurred. But isn't that where we spend the bulk of our time? We worry about what is to come and fret about what has gone before. Yes, and what can we do about it? May seem trite, but we can focus on our breath. There is nothing quite like noticing our breath to bring us into the now moment. It is a meditation practice used around the world for a millennia. Try it. Breathe in deeply and out. Focus. It is a quick and effective fix for attempting to live anywhere but in the now. I will stop frequently today to bring myself into the present moment, the now moment, the God moment. Jeannie Karaoke, religious science practitioner, Moreno Valley, California. Thanks, Jeannie.
thank you, Jeannie. Have we read from her before?
I don't think that we
Don't think
have.
so. That's a new one.
Yes, so, but I love Jeannie. She's amazing. And so, yes, and
Yes, and
I was pretty enamored by this reading because of the improvisation,
because of
improvising.
Yes.
Because that's what we do, right? Because that was one of the things we said we wanted. We, was to have the downloads or uploads, well, whichever way
To not
it's working.
overly prepared, not have a scripted service,
Right,
to have it be authentic and what was coming to us.
right.
Yeah.
And then to bring
In the
to
moment,
bring
and to
our
there you
people
go.
into it as well,
Right.
in the moment. So
Right.
like, we never know. We've got an idea. You
Yes,
gotta,
we have our focus.
We have a
and our
focus.
reading, but nothing else is.
but
just
you don't know
right.
which way it's going to go. I mean, there have been, right? There have been time periods where Michelle and I will like we just did May's ideas. And we have an idea right now in April of what May will be. But come May,
Who knows?
it's gonna be May. Anyway,
Well, but all of our, everything is in the present moment, and I love this. It's about. I feel very loud. It's so close to me. Am I very loud? It sounds good to you.
You're very loud.
But a lot of what we talk about is staying present,
yes.
is staying in this moment. So when life is happening, if there's anything about the future that you want to happen, like you have to do it from now. You can't do it from then. So the thinking has to be from the present moment. And that to me is one of the most difficult things to do. We are gifted with the ability to remember our past and to kind of project what we think might happen up here. I understand those are great skills, but we shouldn't be making any decisions from there. We shouldn't be saying yes from there. We shouldn't be saying yes to any of those places. We need to take those breaths and come back here and say, yes, this is what's happening, and I will move like this.
Right. Because
Right.
this is the only thing that we do know.
Right.
While I'm a big believer in quantum physics, as in everything's already happening,
Right. Infinite
know,
possibilities. Like
yes, right?
nothing, yeah.
It's like, but what I know right here and now, with every experience that has come to me at this moment, even though there is a Mandela effect out there, we won't talk about that
My
again. but
word.
yeah,
Someday we'll talk about that.
I'm going to
That's
say,
unbelievable.
yeah. Past Sofa Sunday time period when we're not recording, you
If don't
should
know
hear
about
our
Mandela
conversations.
Effect, just Google it. Mandela effect. It'll just-
Yeah. So past that, right, the infinite possibilities of things that are happening, I can only go with what I know in this present moment. This Jeannie, this experience. So moving forward from there, can but I always tell my employees, just make a decision. It's not fatal. Just make a decision. Like we are not doctors where I work, so like, okay, there are some people that have to make better educated decisions than
Yeah. Let's
property management people, but just make a decision and go for it. And if you make the wrong decision, correct course.
That's the best part.
right?
You can fix it.
You can fix it.
And
You
change your
can
mind.
say a do-over.
Yeah, you can change your mind.
Mhm.
It's allowed. It's okay.
It is okay.
Just do it from the present moment, and you can tell when you're being present. So you can tell when you're calm, you're at peace. You're like, well, what's actually happening? And you almost kind of go, well, this is what's happening. You almost feel yourself.
You
like,
do have
"Oh,
that
this is
breath."
that's what's actually
Well,
happening.
what's
You
happening?
know, like if I have an argument with somebody and I'm like what actually happened? Well, actually, we were upset about. It's a whole totally different place. If I'm speaking from that, yeah, well, she said this and that. That's a whole different place. You can just feel the different energies, right? So when I say yes to that, what's the universe agreeing with? More of that? Because the universe just says yes. So if I'm in anger about whatever, the universe is just going to give me more of that. But if I can get into the present, okay, yes, and that's what just actually happened. So what's my next move from here? Oh, I'm going to do this. It's different alignment. It's a different
Absolutely.
movement. And I just feel like, I mean, I haven't sat down and tried to prove it, but I bet if we all tried to prove it, those are the right moves. I always say that. Those are the right moves.
Mhm.
If you're moving from the past or the future thinkings, those are wrong. The past is over, and the future, we don't even know if that's the future that we're projecting, if that's the one. That's infinite possible futures.
Right.
So how the one I pick
Right.
to freak myself out about, like it could happen in so many different ways.
It could happen. Yeah.
Well, then that impacts it.
Right. So like
Right.
yes. So don't do it. Come back to the present. It's like my ex-husband and I, we would have these arguments, and then, well, I'm sorry, I should say, I would have the argument in my mind about the situation, and then I would in my, I guess I think I have this brilliant mind where I could just go through every possible scenario, like a computer. I go every possible scenario, and here's the outcome, here's the outcome, here's that. I didn't like any of those outcomes, so here's how it's going to be, and whatever. And then when I finally, the poor guy, when I finally would bring it to him, because I knew all the possibilities, right? Bring it to him, and he would come back with something else. Well, I had no idea he'd come back with that.
Because you don't think like him.
I had no idea. I hadn't thought of that being a possible response. Okay, right? It's just wrong. All the decisions I had made based on all of my, and there were multiple ones. Every way I thought it could go, they were all wrong because that is not what happened in the present moment.
Right.
So it's like I really just, it's a practice for me. I'm not saying I get it right all the time, but it's a constant practice for me to go, okay, you're upset. Let's get back to the present, what actually happened, and how do you want to move from here? How do you want to move that will make you feel more love, more happiness, more joy, more peace, more calm? Like, what is that move?
Right.
That's what I say yes
And
to.
that's what I was going to say. What an amazing reminder.
Yeah.
2 little words. What an amazing reminder. Yes, and, yes, and I have a flat tire. Yes, and,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to call AAA,
Yes, that happened.
right? You just,
And that's my next move.
what's the next move? What's the comfortable,
Right.
level? And I love when you said that about making that decision, and we both do this, right?
Yes, well, that's where I
we
feel
go,
it, right?
your gut reaction, your intuition,
Yeah.
your, divine space of knowing, right? What is it here that feels right? So for me, there is past stuff happening, right? When this happens,
Trigger.
this has always occurred,
Triggers
whatever,
pop
right?
up all- yeah.
Every human being, right? Our
Yeah.
reaction is 5% what's happening in the now and 95% what we heard before. So how can we change that concept to the yes and giving us the infinite possibilities?
Yeah.
When we bring in that 95% from back here, we stop the flow of the divine. We do that. We're the ones. So
And we're just causing that to repeat.
I wanted
And
to,
we don't want that to repeat.
Entrenching
We didn't even
brain.
like
yeah,
it. We didn't even like that feeling.
we didn't like
want
it the
that
first
to happen. We
10
didn't like-
times it happened.
And so why are we calling that back and moving from there? Like that's
Right.
the only,
That was the only
way to move.
possibility. Yeah.
like no, say, okay, I do understand that happened, but what's happening right now is this. What's my next move here?
What's
That
right.
takes me
There's
to
a-
where I'm happy.
Take the
Like,
fresh
come on,
approach.
Yes.
Yes, pretend like it didn't happen.
Right.
So this is I'm going to tell you, this is my new favorite book in life, Living the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes.
She's so
I am
So
in
adorable.
love with this book. Like, this is my bathtub book. Actually, I have 3 right now, but this is one of them. And this story is called Let God Do It. And Ernest talks about in the Colorado Rockies, there is a valley where there's many fountains that gush forth, and that each fountain is supplied by the same body of water. And the water that gushes through each has a pressure within itself that causes it to flow upward with an irresistible force. This may be likened to our own spiritual natures. We are individuals, each have our own thoughts, feelings, hopes, aspirations, and desires, and each is directly and intimately connected with the one divine life, energy, and power. Now, one of the most remarkable sayings of Jesus was that he himself could do nothing, but the Father that dwelleth in me does everything. So the master teacher already said, it's not me by my force, it's the divine inner dwelling that did this. So he says, let us personalize these fountains and give to each the power to block the flow of water through it. One fountain might say, well, I don't know whether there's enough water. I'm not quite certain that I'm an outlet for the great ocean of water. I might not even be certain that I believe there's enough pressure to keep it flowing. Perhaps it will stop tomorrow. Another fountain might say, I'm so confused over everything. I'm so uncertain about everything. And I have to come to the point where I really don't know what's going to happen. Another fountain might be so filled with fear and distrust that it would block its own channel. While still another might get jealous of all the other fountains and gradually come to hate them. Let us make believe that the mental attitudes of the fountains could actually stop the flow of the water through them. I got too many pages there. Would that not be about the way all of us are at times? We become so frustrated with our little thoughts and fears and doubts that it makes it impossible to let the divine flow through us with the joy of life. Our problem's not with God, who is the river of life. It's not with the divine pressure that seeks to express itself through us. Our trouble is ourselves. I just love him. And so, just so I don't sit here and read to you all day, even though story time is great, if we find anything in our thinking that denies life, let us clear it away. We can stop being afraid if we want to. We can stop having resentments. We can at once stop all unkindness and winnow out every doubt and gain faith through the simple practice of learning to believe. Here's where faith and patience and the will to try and keep on trying must be used. You can say, I'm the fountain of life and the living waters of God flow through me. One can say to oneself, I will express joy today. I will be happy. I will bring gladness and enthusiasm into every experience of my life. I will maintain a quiet confidence and peace and sense of serenity. I will be glad for the achievement of others and rejoice in their success. Yes, and. Yes, and. So, how many times have we been that fountain? Right? I love the one. Like, I don't even know. You know,
We've probably been all
Yeah.
those.
The personalities you applied to them were perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
She is an actress.
I am. So, but the truth of that, how many times, like, I'll be just like going along, and then my infinite knowledge brain decides to apply something from back here to my day. And now I've just ruined a perfectly good moment. I won't say the whole day because I have practiced not to stay in that, but I have ruined a perfectly good moment for a time.
Yeah.
And that stops my fountain,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Again, the master teacher said, right? All that the Father has is yours, right? In the story of the prodigal son, all that the Father has is yours. It's already there. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything you want and desire is already here.
And can I say to you about that,
Nope.
is that
Oh,
no one,
yeah.
no one else is blocking it.
Mm-mm.
No one else is stopping it.
Mhm.
No one else is causing anything. We are the one.
Yes.
Mhm.
We are the one. So, and I speak from experience of feeling like it's somebody else.
Mhm.
So like when I have, like, for example, if I have an argument with my husband,
My husband.
I love saying that. So I like to bring it up. So, and we don't really have arguments, but like, say like something happens and I'm upset. I'll spin into that. I'll spin in there, spin in there, spin there. And now I'm still me. I still go there and spin in there. But that part of me that's been educated, my spiritual practice, whatever, there's that part that's like, how long are we doing this?
Mhm.
What, how,
Yeah.
this doesn't feel good. You're attracting from here. Like I self-talk the whole time while this is happening, right?
Yeah.
That it goes on and on and on. And there's the part of me that's like, remove this, like I want to place blame, or I'm upset at what has happened, or I start to future project, if this continues and this will happen. So, and I allow that there's not two parts of it, but I think you know what I mean. I allow that spinning to happen while I self-talk and give myself grace to move through it.
Mhm.
Because there's something in there for me. There's stuff in there for me that's triggering me. This person isn't doing anything to me. It's triggering stuff. And I want that stuff to be dealt with. I
Right.
don't want to ignore it. There she's got, let me finish my thought, but yeah. So that's a struggle, is to, sometimes we just want to shut that off. We're upset about ourselves going there. We want, it's okay to have that. And it can last for a period of time. Sometimes it could go for a large part of my day, the constant spinning, and it has the whole body is affected. Don't want to eat,
yeah.
or you don't want to do the thing you should have done that day now because you're still wallowing in this. And then eventually I come to that realization that this is coming from me.
Mhm.
This is me stopping that. This other person, whatever they've done or whatever has triggered me, they are trying to navigate and create their own life and their own happiness. And I can help with that, but that's not why I'm not feeling happy right now, or why I'm feeling disconnected, or whatever that is. So it's like, it's your own work, and it's okay if it takes all day, whatever it is. And it's okay to have those two parts going. The part that knows like, hey, hey, this is not really, and the part that's like wallowing in it, it's okay. Is let yourself have those awarenesses, because that part gets weaker and weaker.
Mhm.
So that's, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess that one of the challenges that I run into with that particular dilemma is when you get to the thought that, okay, they're not doing it to me, I'm doing it.
Yep.
The shift from blaming myself for doing something bad,
Mhm.
doing it to myself, to recognizing that in giving them the power to say they're the ones that are doing it to me, if I can even find a sliver of responsibility for myself, then that puts me back in the driver's seat. And if I don't have to feel the blame, because I can look at it and say, okay, here's what I can do to shift that dynamic so that I feel better. It doesn't matter what they're doing.
100%. They have their own
Mhm.
walk and journey and torment and upsetness and
Right.
blame and
And
whatever.
they should have that torment.
I love that.
But you're right. I love that you added that like, I don't blame myself or get upset with myself. My process is more like, okay, how do I move through this? Because I want to get back to feeling good. I don't like that feeling. What is it for me? But yeah, it's like recognizing that you are, it's powerful to know that it's me.
Mhm.
I'm in control here. I'm doing it. I'm in control. So therefore I can fix it and change it and move from it.
Right.
If you're thinking it's everybody else out there in the world,
That's a powerless
ruining
feeling.
your life and ruining your
So-
job, like what, then
Yeah.
you're hopeless. It's a miserable place. I'd rather be
Yes.
like, it's mine. What do I do with it? I'd rather be there. I know it's hard work
I
sometimes,
have two things on that. Like, so in the recovery world, I heard this in a meeting one time. If you're not at least a part of the problem, there is no solution.
Right.
So I
Yes,
love that.
yes.
The first time I heard it,
Yes.
I was like, yes.
Yes.
And then Ho'oponopono. For those that don't know, this is such a powerful 4-sentence
Yeah.
structure, right? I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Or please forgive me.
Yes.
I love you. And actually, I don't know that it matters what order
I don't
those
think it
4
does.
are
It's just
in,
that
but that.
it creates
that-
the channel. Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a read if you look it up on Google it. The Google.
Can you put that in the comments
I probably can.
so
The-
we can look it up?
and
It's hard to remember.
When
how to spell.
when he talks about how this started, he was a psychiatrist at a criminal insane hospital in Hawaii, I believe. And what happened was people kept quitting. Nobody wanted to be there. I mean, it was just horrible. So he comes in and he's got their folders, their, what do you call them? Their medical records.
Yeah.
And he would take them one at a time and take responsibility, 100% responsibility for criminally insane people he never met. And in the process of doing this, they got better. Things got better. The place got better. It's an amazing story. I'm not doing it justice. I will put it in the comments.
It's so powerful.
It is. So if you ever have an
just include it in your daily practice, and then you're always pulling.
You
You're
know,
always creating.
I had, we've all had different people, who have triggered the need for that in our lives. And it's a powerful thing.
Right.
I had a really powerful experience with that too, with myself. And I said those over and over. It was a practice at a yoga retreat, but to say that over and over and over to yourself, and to forgive yourself, and to find that love for yourself.
Yeah.
It was life changing for me.
I
Oh,
love that.
thank
Thanks for
you.
sharing that.
Yes. How amazing.
We all
Right?
contribute to this consciousness. We all contribute to the consciousness. Yes, you can have the mic clear. So that's what we're doing when
Yeah.
we're taking our
Hello.
responsibility. Hi,
Hello.
Chad.
Hi, so listening to you, I had the thought that our power is in the present. And then I realized listening that when I'm really present, all of that other stuff drops away
Yeah.
Yes.
and it gets very quiet.
Yeah.
And I thought about like what we were talking about before and like stage fright. That doesn't occur when you're present, when you're really present, because when you're really present, I think we're not there. So
That's 100%.
I love that. Thank you.
100%, yes.
Yeah, because we're open as that channel,
Yeah.
right? That's the channel that operates,
Right.
for the divine, for
Right.
what, and
And you're not thinking about what if I mess up? What if
Right.
I do this? What if they don't like what I say? What
Exactly.
if I look funny? Like you're not.
and so I just make that clear for every, the divine can be whatever you use. I use that word. That's the most comfortable word for me. Some people are really comfortable with the word God. Some people are comfortable with the universe. There is a power higher than you. It could be you and yes, and it could be you and
Yes,
two or more are gathered,
Yes.
right? So there is a power higher than you that and Ernest Holmes says there is a power for good and you can use it. There we go.
And you are using it.
Yes. For
Every day.
everything.
You're using it every
Good.
day.
And
You are
Christy
determining
wants-
what it's saying yes to. That's the thing. It just says yes.
It just says yes.
So if you're thinking about how miserable you are and
Is it
whatever,
yes?
it's just saying yes. Let's
Oh,
give her
do
more
I
of
know that one? Ugh.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
that's why I always say to myself, okay, what's going on? Because you're attracting from here. Like, wait a minute, let's deal with this so we can get back to attracting from where I want to be attracting.
It is so Like when she said, God the comedian. It is a little humorous to me that we attract from that space, especially when, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm a little dramatic.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
I have a tendency to be that way with the divine as well. When I first got sober and I would do my prayers, I would do them on my knees so that I could manipulate God into giving me what I wanted.
Yes.
You know, so
Did it
there,
work?
no.
Okay.
Well, actually,
What do you think?
I don't know. You know, I think I was using the law of attraction long before I knew about it, right? I knew about setting my intention and being open and receptive. So I might have been, but you know, the manipulation part, I don't think that caused it. You know, there is that part of me inside my, like you said, you know, when you were talking like that, all I could see is the two little Michelles sitting there. Why don't you do this? No, do this, you know. So while I don't really, when you were talking, I saw it, but I mean, I have the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, are you really right now?
Yeah.
Come on, Jeannie. Is that what you know? Is that what you want? No.
Yeah.
I mean, and I talk to myself often. I sing in the grocery store too. So, you know, that's what
I
happens.
love it. They say if you sing or hum, you can't be thinking other things. So
Right?
it might
Right.
just, it works. That
There
works
you
sometimes.
go. So, you know, it's very important to, everybody has an inner dialogue.
Yes. What is it? But
And
check that.
Exactly. What is it? So if your inner dialogue is over on that side going, me, 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 right? I hope you have the other one that's saying, really? Is that what you want? Is that where you're at? Is that what you want to make? You know, and I'm so grateful that there's a conversation happening. I can't wait until, again, it's a solo artist who is just manifesting and directing
Yes.
and but you know, she's not alone up there right now.
No, I don't
So.
think anybody's alone up there. Right? Oh my gosh. But also recognizing too that we are way more than those little voices in our
Yes.
heads, you know. We're actually beyond that for real, which I don't want to get into that now because it will hurt your brains, but it does hurt the brain to start really realizing we're just actually the observer of all of
Yes.
this going on. We're way beyond comprehension.
Isn't it?
We're
Is
really
it the red
cool.
pill or the blue?
We're all really cool. You know, we're awesome.
You're getting all into quantum
we all
and
need
matrix.
to know that. That's like we need to know that and know that we are creating
Just ask.
from
That's
these
right.
experiences. Yeah.
Exactly. Just ask us. We'll tell you how
Yeah,
awesome we
we're
are.
awesome. Yes,
Exactly.
I know. So yes, and
Yes, and
knowing that truth, you know, being present, moving from there. You know, that's
I love
that's
that.
important.
I want to check in with Facebook. Hi, everybody. Linda, Anissa, Lori, Linda,
Anissa?
Amy. Anissa from Atlanta.
Oh, okay, another one.
Not the other Anissa. Yeah.
I saw it.
Kelly, and yeah. And Linda said one of my favorites, so I'm assuming she's talking about
Oh, thank you,
Ho'oponopono.
thank you, Amy, for putting that
Tulin,
in there.
thank you, Amy.
Posted in the comments the
The Ho'oponopono,
Ho'oponopono,
and
yeah.
it's
Thank
Hulin.
you.
So thank you so much. And Evie, we're not a bot,
You know, like a chatbot.
a chat bot.
Oh, no, we're still real.
We're still
We're
real,
still
yeah.
100% real.
Bob's
still in-
on here too.
Oh yeah, and Barb. Good morning, Barb. I miss you, Barb.
I miss
Yeah,
Barb.
we
See,
all miss Barb.
I'm still doing it. I'm still looking at my phone and talking to it.
All right, do we have any other comments? How are you guys feeling about this today?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Really good.
Oh,
Say
We
one
do.
other thing.
there, come here.
I was listening to a book this week as I walked up and down the beach.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
Nice.
wonderful. Michael Singer wrote the book Living Untethered, which is kind of the next level from the Untethered Soul. And so anybody that loved what we talked about this morning and want to take a deeper dive, that book is for you. It's amazing, and it's literally everything that we hit on today.
Love
All right,
it.
Living Untethered, Michael Singer. I'll put it in right now.
Yeah, definitely. Someone look that up later.
Thank you for sharing that. I love the sharing of books because a lot of us do like to read or knowledge, like get more. I love that. Anyone else have any additions today? Lyric, did you want to say anything?
About what? I love it.
My teenager.
Right? Just
About
like, about what?
About what?
About the cookies Jeannie brought?
Ooh, did Jeannie bring cookies?
I did.
Oh,
I did bring. And this was the first time she didn't say, "Hey, can I have some food?"
oh,
So
I know.
you must have.
ask.
I knew it.
I was
See,
gonna ask.
she was
said.
going to ask. Barb misses us all too.
Oh, good. She
Ah.
should.
She should miss us. All right. So
All right, my friend. I feel good about what
you
we
feel
talked
good?
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I
we
feel good
define
too.
this well enough? This makes sense, right? I know it's only 2 words.
Yes. I
Now
lost
you-
my
but now
card.
you know what it means. Did you? It's under here.
Is it?
No.
It's somewhere. I
Oh,
probably put it in my
she
butt.
lost it.
I lost it. I'll get
I know.
another one.
So yeah. So I won't be here next week.
Oh, where are you
Sorry.
going?
Going to London and Paris.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
I know. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have a special guest.
I will. I'm not sure who they are yet, but I will. Yeah. So
I know.
it
So I'll
will be
miss you
fun.
guys.
yeah. Well, you know,
Glad that'll be the last of the Yes series.
you'll only be 8 hours ahead of us, so it'll be 9-11 at night.
That's
you
true.
can
I
tune
can
in.
hop on and just
Yeah.
be like, hey,
Yeah.
post a
Yes.
picture from London.
Yeah. There you go.
Actually, that's what's the date of that? What's
The
date?
28th.
Oh yeah, I'll still be there. Because we leave on
Yeah.
the 29th, so yeah, I could do
You-
it.
yeah,
It could-
there you
it could
go.
happen.
It could happen. So, that way we could hit another country.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
Oh, she wants. She wants.
I
to
want
go
the
to another
passport cred
country.
on Sofa Sundays.
I
So
know. What countries do we have now? We have Australia.
just Australia.
That's it.
Yeah. So you better make
All
it
right, I
happen.
Mexico, I bet we got people from Mexico.
Mexico probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Canada. Probably.
Canada? I don't know.
All right, we're gonna bring in London.
Yeah.
I'll try really
So,
hard. Text me.
If you're from a different country in our comments, and that includes outside of Arizona, because we think all of you are strange that you change your time. So put it in the comments where you're seeing us from. We'd appreciate it. And I just want to make a reminder on a couple of things. Please remember that this is our last time in the Facebook group, but not our last time with you.
Right.
Don't forget about us. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, do it, and we'll be there. And we'll make sure that that's posted each week until your memory clicks in.
Because we're still gonna have that. Where's the live?
Where's the live?
Where's
feed?
everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, remember?
So there, and I'm waiting.
How can we help you?
Oh, thank you. I'm like, hey.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm sorry, I was asleep.
She was asleep over there. So how you can support us? We are very appreciative if you subscribe and like on YouTube, and of course share our live feeds and comment. That lets Facebook know that we're doing something here. And also, please come and visit us in person in the Phoenix area. We are really so close to you. I don't care where you live. You are close to us, I promise you. And you can support us financially by going to beginwithinministries.com, and you can join and become a spiritual church club partner.
Yay!
Thank you, Jeannie, for getting it right.
We love our church club partner.
Right. It's $45 a month or $75 for a couple or family. If you buy for the whole year, you can save yourself 2 months. Woohoo! So
That's awesome.
that is an awesome
But you
deal.
get this mug.
You do. You do get a mug, and you get a charm of a sofa,
Yes, a sofa charm.
and you get your little membership card,
You get a membership card.
and you will get
yes, and
you will get name tags, which reminds me, I think
Yeah.
you guys knew name tags. We're ordering name tags since Michelle here has a new last name. And
Yeah, and you get to be with our classes for free when we have
Yes.
classes. And we're trying to finish up our real love series. We just
Yes.
it goes on and on and on.
it's
We're
you know
enjoying
what? Real love does go on and on
It's
and on.
so good.
It is.
We
you know.
love it.
It's an
We
unconditional
we
thing.
really love it.
We really love it. Exactly. So that's how you can help us. That's how you can support us.
Right. Please
And-
share us. Let people know
Yes.
about us. You know, that's really important. We're trying to build a community that we can have more services. We want to have children's services, and we want to have a labyrinth here. We want to have different things, and so the bigger we get, the more we can have. We want a kitchen. We want
we
a
want
little
a kitchen,
cafe.
yeah.
We want to just.
But speaking of Labyrinth, I
Yes.
need to, so for those that are interested and love labyrinths like Reverend Jeannie does, May 4th, I want to say, what's the Saturday, first Saturday in May. And
Yes.
that is World Labyrinth Day.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And New Vision Center, one of our sister communities, is doing a labyrinth walk. It is at 9 a.m. And I have posted on our Facebook page this information. You do need to sign up. If you are unable to walk the labyrinth, I will be doing the finger labyrinth inside. So
Because it's going to be hot.
because it might, well, and you know, sometimes people can't, but you can enjoy that as well. So I will make sure that's posted again on our page so that you see that. And it is an amazing experience, amazing meditative experience to participate with the
And if
labyrinth.
you can't be there, you can also let us know. I could send them the finger labyrinth.
Right.
You can just print it out and do it for yourself.
There are a few online ones
That's true
too.
Finger
Yes.
labyrinths are awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're
So I
good.
just wanted to throw that out there for people.
Yeah, if you had the cards from last year, you have one.
There we go.
Yeah, we did that as a
And
bonus
if you don't
card.
have the card, they're available.
And yes, and the cards are available for purchase from
That
last
is
year,
a
too.
tiny little labyrinth.
But it works. It works. It
There
works.
you
Get
go.
you present. It works. So I just want to pray out doing the prayer, the Ho'oponopono prayer.
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's
All
do that
right.
together.
Ready?
You guys, yes. So take a deep breath. Release it, coming into the present moment. And in your mind, say, thank you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I love you. And hold that feeling. Let that feeling grow inside you. We're going to do it one more time. And let that feeling really grow inside you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Forgive me.
Forgive me.
I love you.
I
I
love
love you.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
I love that
Thank
love
you for being with us today. We love and appreciate you. And we'll see you next week on YouTube.
it. You will see us next week on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Last second.
You ever watch anything on YouTube? That's what they always say. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
There you go.
Like and share and subscribe.
There you
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're done.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.